I got to tell you. So if you want to know where to hear all this great music, which is some really good Southern music, I think that's a good definition that Matt gave us. It's Southern music. It's our roots, it's our past, and it's what we do best. So, Small Town Sunday, can I get one more round of applause for Small Town Sunday? They're going to be back, so stay put, come back, whatever, to hear them. All right. Best place to hear Southern music is on the radio, right? How many of you still listen to the radio? How many of you listen to internet radio? Yeah? Well, this guy that's coming up here, he's got a great voice, but he also is a absolute genius, and I'm saying genius. If you want to hear the home of Christian country music, that's on HLE Radio. Sorry, I'm about to trip. HLE Radio, based in Jennings, Louisiana. Do we have any LSU fans in the house? Well, it's going to be Hunter Logan, and he's got a beautiful voice. And Good Times is one of my favorite songs from Small Town Sunday. But my favorite song from Hunter, and I hope he does it here today for you, is Man on the Middle Cross. It's good. And that's his song. So he's going to come up here on the stage right now, but check it out, HLE.com. Follow Hunter Logan as an artist on Hunter Logan Music on social media platforms. We're going to have a good time with him. He's got a guitar. He's got a voice. It's all Southern up here. Welcome again to the Christian Country Tour. And here he comes. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Logan.
Well, well, thank you. Back in Tennessee once again. I tell you, this is an absolute truth. I get just a little bit in my monitor on the mic. Where you at? Sound guy? Oh, okay. Sorry, man. So upset. Boy, there's good stuff up here. Small Town Sunday. Yeah. I have not done this, play guitar and tracks, in 20 years. I was thinking back here while I was doing some interviews. I have not done this in 20 years. Literally, I have not done this in 20 years. And I'm thinking, wow, what a time to start. So, somebody's going to start my track, right? You coming? No, you're good, man. I'm in no rush. I'm here till tomorrow. There are times people come into our lives. get just a little more mic in the monitor, vocal, please? Sorry. Cool, thanks. This next song is actually going to be off the new project I have coming out in September. I am going to do this one. This is probably going to be the release off of it. I have a project out that came out a while back, 24 songs actually. This one's only going to have 10 on it. But I think this one's going to be the release of it. I've been telling people, you know, Jesus is coming back. And he is. And I want people to know that. So I think I wrote this song just basically about that, I believe. Look at you, a picture of success. Designer suits is how you always dress. Fancy car, Rolexes, diamond rings. You don't need anyone or anything. You got that big old mansion on a leg helicopter on your yacht, so you don't have to wait. Fortune 500, come your CEO. Where you gonna be when it's time to go? You use your beauty to get just what you want. Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Saint Laurent. The latest fashion from London, every. Why you live it up in your penthouse suite? You're on the cover of a big-time magazine and the next big movie star. So it seems. Live your life like a rock star queen. When it's time to go, where you gonna be? He's coming back again. Gonna split the eastern sky and you won't know when. And if you can't hear that trumpet sound, well, you won't be going up, you'll be going down. You say you heard it most all of your life, being in church on Sunday, Wednesday night, and now you don't know if you believe. Oh, look how easy it is to be deceived. Why you all bound up in sin, you're partying it up with all your good time friends. Better hope that you get it right. Jesus coming back like a thief in the night. He's coming back again. They're gonna split the eastern sky and you won't know when. And if you can't hear that trumpet sound, well, you won't be going up, you'll be going down. You'll be going down, way on down. Thank you so much. Man, I'm keeping my eyes closed because the sun's really bright, so I'm trying to open them, but every time I try to open them, I just win. No, but I appreciate that very much. Here's another song off the new album. I got this line in my head. The way I write is just totally ridiculous. But there's really, listen, there's no right way or wrong way to write a song. Really isn't. Just like there's no right way to do the wrong thing. Really isn't. So that's what this song is about. No right way to do the wrong thing. Well, they say I'm a man who'll take what he wants and always do what I say. If you're looking for trouble, I'll give you double if you try to stand in my way. If my heart had a backside, I'd kick it myself, 'cause it ain't never caused me but 10 kinds of hell, like a rattlesnake bite or a scorpion sting. There ain't no right way to do the wrong thing. No. My heart is ugly, black as the night, and wicked as any could be. Until I met a man who was better than me. His blood stained an old rugged tree. My heart had a backside, I'd kick it myself, 'cause it ain't never cost me but 10 kinds of hell. Rattlesnake bite or a scorpion sting. There ain't no right way to do the wrong thing. Now my heart so cries happy, like a natural spring. Yeah, my soul cries happy from the new song I sing. And by the blood of Calvary, I've been redeemed. And I'm always gonna try to do the right thing. I'm gonna tell everyone about Jesus, my King. Yeah. What's the next one there, man? Is it Man on the Middle Cross? Is it? Is that it? All right. This next song, believe it or not, and I was really surprised by this, it is up for Song of the Year with the Inspirational Country Music Association. And that was a total shock. That thing, it was, I'd seen a look, I don't know if it's an insert or SERP, whatever you call it, but on YouTube, there was this preacher, and I can't think of his name at the moment, but he was talking about the man on the middle cross, talking about the thief, and he's saying, man, you know, that's the guy I'm going to find when I get up there, because, you know, just a few minutes ago you were cussing him out, and then you made it. He's like, you know, how'd that happen? And I got to thinking about that, and I don't know, with a matter of 5 minutes or so, and I had this song wrote, and I put it out on the Prodigal Project, and then all of a sudden I get a notification that it's up for Song of the Year. And I thought to myself, wow, that is really cool. Because keep in mind, I haven't done anything in over 16 years. It's part of my testimony. God has shut me up from playing and doing stuff when I did it previously, and I don't have time to go into all that, but if you want to know, I'll tell you. It's no big deal. But here it is, Man on the Middle Cross. 3 men on crosses, put up there on a hill. 2 thieves and 1 man sent to do the Father's will. The thief on the left There's a man in front, prove to me what you can do. While the thief on the right says this day I will go with you. The angels all asking, how did you get up here? He said, tell you the truth, I would answer, but I'm not really clear. Then one angel spoke up and said, he's that thief that was part of the scum. He just looked at him and said, hey, the man on the middle cross said I could come. With no doctrine of justification by faith, no added works to be done, no, not in this case. It really all begins and ends at Calvary, where Jesus died for you and me and set us all free. Angels all ask him, how did you get up here? He said, to tell you the truth, I would answer, but I'm not real clear. The angel spoke up and said, that thief that was part of the scum. He just looked at me and said, hey, the man on the middle cross said I could come. The angels all ask him, how did you get up here? And he said, to tell you the truth, I would answer, but I'm not really clear. The angel spoke up and said, he's that thief that was part of the scum. He just looked at him and said, hey, the man on the middle cross said I could come. Yeah, the man on the middle cross said that I could come. What I got up next? I've got my set list. All right, I grew up in one of those Pentecostal churches, probably like a lot of other people, but man, listen, I don't apologize for that at all. We had those services where everybody was jumping around, dancing. It's all good with me. But I don't know if y'all know this or not. Some of you might not be old enough to know this, but sometimes in those Pentecostal services, you could tell if you had a good one by, you go the next day cleaning up the churches, by how many bobby pins you find on the floor. That's the truth now. So, you know, a lot of the women back in the day had a big hairdo, and bigger the hair, the closer to God. That's what someone would say. But if you found some bobby pins on the floor, that means there was a whole lot of shaking and dancing going on. It was a good service. Now, this is a true story. I'm not making this up. In my radio station, there's some pews. I bought some pews from a preacher that I knew. And one day I called my dad over. I said, Dad, I need your help. I need to cut them in half. And for a thing we were doing, I said, I need to cut them in half because they're 15 foot long. And he had done that before. So when we were cutting them in half, we took a side off. And don't you know it, when we took the side off, there was 35 cents that fell out and 2 bobby pins. I got my phone out and I started typing. I said, that is a song if I ever heard one right there. So I wrote that down. And I hadn't wrote anything yet, but I saved it. Now, I couldn't fit the 35 cents in the song, but I was able to fit the 2 bobby pins. And so the name of this song is called 2 Bobby Pins. Well, I was taking apart an old wooden pew, bought from a preacher that I knew. Stood many years once, people stood and shout, on the floor 2 bobby pins fell out. Some say you could tell if a church service went well. How many bobby pins fell on the floor? Fill up the basement tank and bring out the snakes before anyone else can get out the door. Well, I've been to a service where they jump and shout, service where they cast the demons out. Been to a service where they run, speaking other tongues, but I've never been the one where they play with snakes. Now, man, that's just plain dumb. Some say you could tell if a church service went well. How many bobby pins fell on the floor? Fill up the basket tank and bring out the snake before anyone else can get out the door.
He had played preacher.
They sang, I might die today. Oh, oh, I might die today. I caught a fit. That's when I got bit. I might die today. Some say you could tell if a church service went well. How many bobby pins fell on the floor? Fill up the basement tank and bring out the snake before anyone else can get out the door. Said please, bobby pins fall on the floor.
He-Man, maybe next time we're gonna drink a bit about that thing, you think? He-Man, He-Man.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know where the snakes come from, because actually I've never been to a snake handling church before. I know some friends of mine that had, and I heard the stories. So, my pastor, he was very cool. He was doing a Bible study one night, and he made the statement, you got to be careful what you say around me, because if it looks like it'll make a song, I'll steal it. He said, you know, it really wasn't the apple in the tree, it was the pear on the ground. I said, oh, I like that. I said, after Bible study, I said, you know what, Pastor? I said, I'm going to rip that off from you and make a song about it. And he said, yeah, go ahead, whatever you need to do. So this one's actually going to be on the new album. It's called Pear on the Ground. They say a lie always rising on the back of the truth. Spoken by the one in the garden that had no clue. apple in the tree? It was a pear on the ground. Eve is not the only one here who has to take the blame. Adam played his part too, and for that they were ashamed. Tried to cover up with some fig leaves they had found. It wasn't the apple in the tree, it was a pear on the ground. It wasn't the apple in the tree, it was a pear on the ground. If you believe in the devil's lies, you will be shackled and bound. When God came walking by, they were nowhere to be found. It wasn't the apple in the tree, it was a pear on the ground. Wasn't the apple on the tree, it was a pear on the ground. If you believe in the devil's lies, you will be shackled and bound. When God came walking by, they were nowhere to be found. Wasn't the apple on the tree, it was a pear on the ground. It wasn't the apple on the tree, it was a pear on the ground. Thank you so very much. I'm so glad it's cool. Here's another one that's going to be on the new album as well. And by the way, I don't have any of that stuff with me today, so it's not out yet. But I can tell you this much: the whole album, the new album, is going to be absolutely free. It's not. I'm not going to charge anything for it. So when it does hit, you can get it off the website. It won't cost you a single thing. Like a mustard seed, sometimes that's all you need. Don't look at what's in front of you, just let Jesus know you're pleased. Just watch and see. Just when you think you're down to nothing, try everything. When you figure out Jesus is up to something, you got a miracle coming. When the man went down to the pool of Bethesda, a lot of people fall. But he met a man named Jesus, and they had a little talk. When he picked up his bed and he walked our Jesus is up to something. You got a miracle coming. All right, I got two more for you. This next one is called A Little Bit of Jesus. Now, I grew up in the 80s, and there was televangelism like crazy. Late 70s, early 80s. And there was televangelism all over the place. And I had a friend of mine come in a station one day, and we were talking. He said, you know what, Hunter? There's a little bit of Jesus and a whole lot of con. I thought, what an interesting statement. So you know me, I'm gonna say you can't say much around me if you don't want it to be in a song, because I'm liable to take it down, write it, and hold it. And I did, man. And my buddy's a songwriter too, but he don't know. So I after he left, I put that down in my phone. I said, I'll do something with that one day. So as I was talking, we were talking about all the things growing up. We were about the same age, a little bit younger than me, not much. I said, you know what? A little bit of Jesus and a whole lot of con. You know, you're right. Because there's a lot of them that got, caught with a lot of stuff they were doing and shouldn't have been. And then you think about the apostate church today, and it makes a lot of sense. So this song is called A Little Bit of Jesus and a Whole Lot of Con. What does the church look like today? Preacher got his hand out, smiles and says, for a little bit of money, your blessing is on its way. One's got a miracle handkerchief, the other flask of holy water, as if any of that's gonna make a real difference. Whoa, that ain't the way it should be. That's not why Jesus died for you and me. I don't think they ever read Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Oh no, they're just a little bit of Jesus and a whole lot of con. Grace doesn't give you a license to sin. The church and got worldly and let it in. They still love the sinner, but now they love sin too. Jacked up, shacked up, anything goes. People on a platform, hardly no clothes. It's all entertainment, preacher putting on his show. Whoa, that ain't the way it should be. That's not why Jesus died for you and me. And I don't think they ever read Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Oh no, they're just a little bit of Jesus and a whole lot of God. All around the globe, jet planes that take them everywhere they go. They got a habit to do the work of the Lord. Well, I wonder what he'll tell them when he comes back. Will he give them a mansion? Will he give them a shack? Or will they just look at them and say, see you later, Jack? It should be. That's not why Jesus died for you and me. I don't think they ever read Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. There's just a little bit of Jesus and a whole lot of con. Thank you. I got one more song that's going to be on the new album. I doubt if I get through this one without messing it up. Only because it's a little fast, lyric-wise, but it was fun to write. I actually wrote this because social media, look, social media is a big part of HLE Radio because we are an internet station. And it's a lifeline of HLE Radio. But I intentionally, when we go out to eat, me and my wife leave our phones in the car because we just don't want to be bothered. We want to at least have some sit-down time together. But there was a while where, you just scrolling. And one time I was trying to, I know my wife ain't watching, so this will be all right. One time I was trying to talk to my wife, and she just doing TikTok and stuff. And I'm like trying to talk to her, and she's like, we weren't eating or nothing, we're just doing it. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm like, and then I started looking around at everybody and started paying attention. Is TikTok this, TikTok that, social media this, social media that. And so I thought I was going to do a sermon, right? And I was going to name it TikTok God's Clock. And that never happened. But the song did. And so I said, well, I'm going to write this song. And it's called TikTok God's Clock. But boy, I might miss a couple of words because I don't do it that often. I got to learn it still. I'm still trying to learn it, but I'm going to give it my best shot for you. Wake up, alarm is ringing outside, birds are singing, shower up before you stinking. Start the day, coffee drinking, grab your donuts and your paper and head out on the freeway. Tune in your favorite station, talking about legislation, dreaming about your next vacation where there is some relaxation. Realize the obligation, tell someone about salvation. Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Roku, let it occupy your mind if you so choose. Pinterest, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, anything to keep you away from it. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, everything on your phone except the Bible app. Tick, 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 tock, your own God's clock. I put in a full day's work, even though your boss a jerk. Wait for a pat on the back, but all you ever get is jack. But you know you have to stay just so you can get your pay. The clock is almost at 4, but you're the first one out the door, running through the parking lot. See how many likes you got in your car and do a video on TikTok. Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Roku, let it occupy your mind if you so choose. Pinterest, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, anything to keep you away from it. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, everything on your phone except the Bible app. Tick, 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 tock, your own God's clock. Quit wasting all your time, let your light just shine. Careful what you let it lead you into sin. Get back in the fight today and help someone along the way. No one likes a phony start giving your testimony. Don't bury your head in the sand. Speak for Jesus while you can. You know what you got to do. Let them see Him through you. Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Roku, let it occupy your mind if you so choose. Pinterest, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, anything to keep you away from Him. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, everything on your phone tick, 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 tock. You're on God's clock. Well, tick, 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 tock.